lovers, the moon is a thing of beauty. But to this man it is a deadly curse. When the moon is full, this miserable wretch turns into a hairy, snarling half-man, half-beast that prowls the night, his fangs thirsty for human blood. He is a werewolf.
Hello, and welcome to the Werewolf by Night podcast, the show where we talk about Marvel's number one lycanthrope, Jack Russell, a.k.a. the Werewolf, a.k.a. the Shaggy One, a.k.a. Russell Jackson, a.k.a. the Demon of Wundagore. I'm your co-host, Matt Howell.
I'm your other host, Jacob Balcom.
Thanks for joining us this week, listeners. I'm especially excited to have our guest on because he is a friend of mine. We just realized of damn near 25 years, my old buddy Pete Matern. Hey, Pete.
Hey there.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
I think we need to get out of the way right off the bat that you are married to a previous guest from season one, Amy Carroll.
That's a lot mellower than I thought you were going to get off the bat. When you started that, I got really nervous there for an instant. I was like, wait, this is taking a left turn real fast.
We're known for our gotcha questions.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Just be on guard for all of that.
Yeah, I figured. Yes, that's right.
How is that?
It's pretty fucking good. I got to tell you, it's great. It's great.
We love Amy, and people loved her appearance on the show. So I think we're definitely going to try and get her back for Bronze Age Monsters because she was great.
What you got for that one episode, I get all day, every day. So
yep,
yeah.
Lucky man.
She's a treat. So we do this whole thing at the beginning where we talk about usually how we know each other, which is in brief, you and I met in Eugene working at a fine foods, health food store. We were courtesy clerks. We sorted bottles and cans. We stocked shelves of beverages. And you were studying music at U of O.
That's right.
Jazz guitar guy. And I was in a loud, noisy band. And somehow we got you in the band. And we played music together for 10 years.
That was pretty great.
So that's kind of the short version.
That's the very short version.
Yeah. So now that we got the bio out of the way, let's talk about your relationship with the medium.
Sure.
So, usually we have people talk about the particular character or whatever. Like, have you even heard of Werewolf by Night before?
Not before the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that was my intro to it.
Have you watched the Disney Plus special?
No, I've been kind of saving it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
When Abe and I are not so busy, so like we can spend like a week. There's not like a special holiday or anything, no.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you definitely need to watch it.
Like Samhain is not this.
Okay.
Strict Seventh Day Adventist.
Yeah. Exactly.
So talk a bit. You're not like super into comics. Like Jacob and I are geeks for comics to this day. But you said you read comics as a kid, like superhero stuff, the more kind of mainstream big two publishers.
It was pretty, like random things I got into and followed. I remember getting really into, let me think about this. Was that sixth grade one summer? I took a walk with my friend from my neighborhood all the way to Multnomah Village because there was a comic shop. And we ran across, first of all, that was my first time I understood the comics shop, music store, guitar shop paradigm where the person that works there is a fucking dick to you. And that's just the thing. You know what I mean? Like, who was just not nice to kids?
Classic.
Those people. And, but it was Frank Miller's Ronin. I got into that was when that series came out or whatever. And I remember buying that and being kind of disturbed by it and really into it at the same time. And it was expensive for me. I remember that. And then I remember when the G.I. Joe comics came out, like when I was a little bit, was younger than that. And I would, go with my mom to the grocery store and I'd peel off and go and look at the books and the comics and stuff. And I bought G.I. Joe #2, like when the month it was out. And so then I bought the next couple, and that Christmas I made them get me #1 for Christmas. So I had like the full thing up to then. And realized I didn't pay attention to the stories or the characters. It was just all about the gear. It was all about the the layers, they'd have like a diagram of the underground layer and like the different planes and guns and shit. That's all it was. It was purely gear related. And then that's probably why I became a guitar player. And then what else was there? I did get one Moon Knight comic, actually. I saw that there's Moon Knight involved here. And it was, I looked it up this week because I was like, what? I remember thinking, to be honest, just very transparent, I was disappointed in it in sort of an A-Team kind of way. And it was Moon Knight number 8. And it was wherein he like there was some Chicago mobsters like were putting poison and hallucinogens in the water. And so he's all whacked out and his girlfriend stabs him and he beats up a guy at the end and then the water doesn't get poisoned. And I remember feeling like, he didn't demonstrate powers. He didn't fly. He didn't shoot anything. He didn't have any cool ships.
But he tripped balls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you weren't into that though.
Well, I bought it because of he just looks so cool, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It looked really cool. Yeah. And when I say it was disappointing in an A-Team way, it's the same kind of thing where A-Team, they didn't ever actually shoot anybody, but they're supposedly Green Berets, and it just was like, what?
Yeah. I figured that was it, but okay. But cool that you at least have a childhood memory of a Moon Knight comic, because that's who we're going to be talking about tonight on this episode.
I knew nothing. What's interesting, I learned apparently nothing from it because I saw the Disney Plus, that whole Disney Plus series about that, and I was like, oh, there's a whole thing, right? But literally, I got none of that from the one comic I read.
That's not on you. That's they did a lot of stuff with the character from when you read that issue to a week ago. That's all been built up slowly. So
got it.
And it was kind of an unpacking of that in a weird kind of mess with you kind of way anyway. So yeah. Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I mean, I didn't know what to expect going in, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, college, like you said, Fantagraphics, Dan Clowes, that's when it kind of came back, was those years in the 90s when we were, interested in those things.
Like your Alan Moores and your whatever. You had, the kind of stuff where it's like anybody that's into art is probably going to be aware of. Yeah.
Yeah. Although this is odd. Like I've read hundreds of Archie comics, and not because I was interested in Archie comics, but my sister had them. And she was a slob, and they were everywhere. I mean, they were just everywhere. So like any chair you sat in, there was one next to it. So you just kind of thumb through it, And so I've read a lot of that.
Lot of double digests.
Yeah, a lot of double digests. Exactly.
Me too. My cousin Connie would always leave them at my grandma's, and I was always like, I can't get to the store to buy real comics, so I'll just read these.
Yeah. I also stole a couple books of Peanuts comics when I was really little from the girl that lived down the street. So little that I remember I couldn't read Beethoven because there was some Schroeder thing, and I couldn't read. I would ask my friends what Beethoven was, but so I must have been little.
Do you remember her name?
Oh yeah, Binky Brainerd.
Would you like to apologize to her?
Can we call her? We can get it.
No, my mom still is in touch with her mom, so we could definitely talk to Bink. And I don't think she's gone by Binky since she was 7, but we can apologize.
Please still call her that, though. I'm sure she'll love it.
I probably would, and I'm not convinced she would.
Was she aware that she was named like a Peanuts character?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's like a Peanuts character come to life.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like it was a big thing with her.
How does she dance?
To have it in her room.
Yeah.
Oh, like this. I don't know. It's weird you should say that.
Yeah, well, I'm a weird guy.
Yeah.
All right. Before we dig in here, I just want to get a couple things off the plate. Like, for instance, we have a voicemail number. It's 971-220-5865. That's 971-220-JUNK.
Hello, it is Russell from Tomes of Evil and Gamma Charge. Just calling in to tell you that I thought the Werewolf by Night Disney Plus special was fucking awesome. And just one question. Do you guys think that that's a setup for the Legion of Monsters? And I'm curious what Easter eggs you saw. Also, last week you did the West Coast Avengers episode. And I also enjoy making fun of the West Coast Avengers. My co-host Justin probably would be upset with me about that because he's an avid fan of them, the Wackos. But I actually do love when Moon Knight joins the group later and has a nice dynamic with Tigra, which they explore in the current Moon Knight run. And Moon Knight kicks the Zodiac gang's ass, and it's pretty awesome. But then you get so awful stuff as, Hank Pym writing suicide letters to literally everyone, and Mockingbird getting raped, and Hawkeye blames her. Sounds familiar? Anyway, stay furry, my friend.
That's kind of serendipitous that he was talking about Moon Knight there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize West Coast Avengers got so dark. I guess I'll have to read the whole run.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Or not. Yeah. We were, P, we were talking on previous episodes. We had some people on that were talking about the West Coast Avengers. And yeah, it was a book that we all loved as a kid, but in rereading it, it maybe isn't as good as we thought it was when we were like 9.
Not everything holds up.
No. I think that was one of them that doesn't.
Yeah. It's like Dukes of Hazzard. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
And that's objectively a good show. But
yeah,
some of the stuff doesn't hold up.
It's still going to be pertinent.
Yeah. Like that Rockford Files. That's not good.
Yeah.
I did get a question. We mentioned when we talked to Michael Giacchino that we were season 5. Well, season 4 is going to be Son of Satan, which I'm very excited about because we're going to be watching satanic horror movies from the 70s in the bonus show. And I just love satanic comic book nonsense. So I'm excited for that. But I mentioned that we were having season 5 as the Bronze Age buffet. And I got some questions about what is that. So just in brief, we're going to be reading through chronologically a lot of the characters who didn't get their own books beyond some of those tryout books. So that's the Living Mummy, Brother Voodoo, the Living Colossus, Golem, and the Scarecrow, who later got renamed as Strawman and Doctor Strange, and Modred the Mystic. And that's going to be who we're covering in season 5. So that's spread out through a whole 25, 26 episodes, whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, most of that stuff is available in those Marvel Horror Omnibus editions, Marvel Horror Omnibus and Marvel Horror Lives Again, or whatever it's called. And hopefully they're available on Marvel Unlimited or some other app like that.
A lot of them are. I actually think most of them are, thankfully.
Cool. I figured if they were in an omnibus, that they'd probably be available on Unlimited. So
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully. Cool. So that's that. And just a reminder that we do have a new Discord server, and we've got people there popping off. We watched our movie for the bonus show. We watched that with some of the folks who listened to the show. So we had just kind of a watch along. That was kind of fun. So yeah.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. So I really think that, our Discord server is something that anyone can join. We're going to try and put up invites as much as we can because we now know they expire. But yeah, that's something, even if you're not a patron, you're more than welcome to come onto the Discord server and even watch along a crazy werewolf movie with us. Yep. So yeah, that would be great. The more people that join the server, the better. And it's been a lot of fun. It has increased my screen time drastically.
I know.
That was the only thing that I noticed. I was like, what the fuck? Why is my screen time so high? And I was like, oh, because I'm having fun on the Discord.
Do you measure your screen time?
Well, it shows up every week on your iPhone.
Johnny Apple.
Yeah, Johnny Apple. And every Sunday it'll beep and tell you. And I was like, what the fuck? So yeah.
I'm a free man. I have no yoke of oppression on me.
Oh boy.
Android baby.
Are you an Android guy?
Fuck yeah.
How do you not know this? He wears it on his fucking sleeve.
Yeah, am I Android too?
You know why? Smart guy.
Smart feller.
So there is an invite to the Discord server that is in this episode show notes. So if you want to join us on the Discord server, there is a link that will last for 7 days, I believe, from when this is published. So we will keep putting out a new one in each episode show notes. I guess that's kind of cool. Don't know functionally what that is, but
that's fine.
All right. So Pete's super jacked for this issue.
I'm super jacked.
Again, listener, if you've missed an episode or two and you don't know what's going on here, we are covering this period of time when Jack Russell, the Werewolf by Night, was in the group called the Night Shift, which was ostensibly a bunch of villains, but he was actually working with the leader of the group, the Shroud, to actually fight crime within a criminal enterprise. So it was all a ruse, but most of the criminals in it were too dumb to realize they were being used to fight crime.
Like all of them.
Yeah. Like all of them. So, some of these appearances are kind of slight, but I think it's been fun just kind of going through the mid 80s and just seeing like some of the artists that were writing and drawing then, and some of the characters and stuff like that. So this issue, or this episode, we're talking about Solo Avengers number 3, starring Hawkeye. And this was his book, essentially. I believe the entire time he had the A story through this run. But there's always a backup story that was different characters, I think usually every issue. This time it happens to be Moon Knight. So as Russ alluded to in that voicemail, Moon Knight joins the West Coast Avengers, the Wackos. I don't know when that happened. After this, I guess.
So this issue is 87, correct?
87?
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yes.
It was published December of 86.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. So it's cover date February 87.
Yes. So on the cover here, we have a dual kind of thing going on with a slash dividing it between the two stories. So on the top, we have Batroc Ziliper attacking Hawkeye in front of the Eiffel Tower. And I pointed this out I think I was telling you this, Jacob, the other day. Like I was saying, like, I was like an adult, like recently, that I realized that Batroc is like a name for like the root for the word for frog. Like, so it's like an insult called the French, right?
Oh, wow.
The French guy that jumps and does all these kicks and all this, whatever, savate or whatever. They're calling it basically Frog the Frog. I mean, like,
Frog the Frog.
He's a Frenchman. So it's like it's an ethnic insult basically on top of everything else.
That's nice.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like leaping is a very scary trait for a villain.
What is his martial arts that he uses? Savate? Something?
Savate, I thought, yeah.
Apparently it's some kind of kick-based martial arts, Pete. So he's really good.
It's a good kicker.
Yeah. Have you seen in the Marvel movies, did you see Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
Some of it?
Okay. It was like a spy thriller. It was really good.
Yeah,
but the first guy that they have this big fight on this ocean liner during this like storm at sea, and that's Batroc, but it's like a modernized, cool, badass
version of it.
Batroc. That's not a joke. Yeah. So on the bottom of this cover, I'm going to be wandering. Okay. The bottom of the cover says it has Moon Knight grabbing the Shroud and like kind of choking each other. And there's a castle in the background, and it says a Crescent Crusader versus Shroud, Master of Darkness. And this art is by Bob Hall and Stan Drake. And I like the way that these guys do this artwork here for they did the B story, right?
Yeah, they did the B story. So I might as well, I think I'll talk about Bob Hall and Stan Drake on the cover, and I'll go over some of the other people on that. So like you, Matt, I really liked the art. I liked the art on this cover. I really liked the art for the B story that we're going to go over. So Bob Hall started out on horror books over at Charlton in the mid 70s, and then he moved to Marvel. He worked on the Champions, Tarzan, the Avengers. He co-created the West Coast Avengers with Roger Stern. And he was one of the few people that followed Jim Shooter when Shooter got fired and left to start Valiant Comics.
Oh.
Yeah. So, as well as Stan Drake, which we'll get into in a minute. But so he worked at Valiant for a while, and then he seemed to leave comics altogether, like in the late 90s, and he became a director for regional theater, specifically Shakespeare. So he had a completely different turn for the second half of his life.
Definitely.
Yeah. Inker Stan Drake, his first credit is in 1940. Handling art for Phantoma 3 from Centaur. So he's there basically at the birth of modern comics. Much older than Bob Hall and Roger Stern. He worked in comics kind of sporadically over the years. He mainly focused on comic strip work. He worked on a strip called Juliet Jones and Blondie. He actually kind of like ghost drew Blondie for a really long time. Interestingly, I think it was in 1956, he was a passenger in the car accident that killed comics legend Alex Raymond.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Alex Raymond, Flash Gordon, Secret Agent X9, one of the greatest comic artists of all time.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. And Drake was pretty gruesomely injured in this accident and had a really long recovery.
What year was this? Sorry.
This is 1956.
56. Okay, I knew it was before 60. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, he got really fucked up. I think his ears were severed. So he
Wow.
he had a really long recovery. And it was
Hoichi the Earless?
yes, like
From
Hoichi the
Qui-Gon?
Earless. Yeah,
Okay.
he had to have his ears reattached. So
Fucking
it was
A.
it was a really brutal car crash. So there was a long time when he didn't work, but he stayed on strips mostly. He was most active in comics in the 80s and 90s. He worked as an inker for Marvel, and then also followed Jim Shooter over to Valiant. Not a lot of guys did that. So I thought that was interesting. I can't tell if Shooter liked giving like old guys work out of like the kindness of his heart, because a lot of older guys followed Jim Shooter to Valiant, but maybe these old guys were just more tolerant of like abusive editors. So I think,
Different set of expectations. Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
back in
they're
the
just
golden
like-
age, they were
Yeah.
all the time, right? So they were used to that.
yeah, exactly. It's like Will Eisner used to box my ears.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's shit like that. That's what I'm assuming. So, but yeah, and Bob Hall and Stan Drake worked together a lot too in this period, and I think the work they did is really stellar.
Agreed.
So yeah, let's move on to the opening page. Let's see. Our the title of our story is Tower of Shadows, and the cast of creators are Roger Stern, scripter; Bob Hall, penciler; Stan Drake, inker; Jack Morelli, letterer; and Paul Beckton, colorist. So Roger Stern, big time name, who has a lot of people love. I know you and I love his stuff. He got to start writing fanzines, as many writers in the 70s did. He worked with colorist Bob Layton on contemporary pictorial literature, which weirdly enough, I think the early issues focused on like John Byrne's work before he was a huge name. And from there, he was hired by Charlton to edit their in-house fanzine, which was called Bullseye, which I have a couple issues of.
I have some of those.
Yeah. And he moved over to Marvel mostly in an editorial capacity, I think around 76. He got his first regular gig writing on The Incredible Hulk 218. He had long runs on the Avengers, Doctor Strange. He co-created the West Coast Avengers. But Matt, I feel that we know him best for his work on Spider-Man, of course, and especially for co-creating the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, being the main architect behind the Hobgoblin saga of the early mid 80s.
Yeah, and I mean his Spider-Man work, I think, is really the first Spider-Man that I really got into as a very young child. Like I really think he's the first for me.
Yeah, and he's also responsible for two very beloved stories, one shots. The kid who, what's it called? The one that makes everybody cry.
Yeah, the kid who read Spider-Man.
The kid who read Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That story's heartbreaking. And there's a Juggernaut story, like the Nobody Stops the Juggernaut or something like that.
That's
where
right.
Spider-Man and little 185 pound guy that is trying to stop the Juggernaut, which is the unstoppable force essentially. And
Yeah.
I think he's trying to. I forgot why he's so committed to that, but he gets just beat to shit through the whole thing. So it's kind of an epic beatdown of Spider-Man. But he wins in the end. So
yeah, no, Stern is a badass.
Yeah.
And
great writer.
Yeah. Great writer. So, and this B story, he didn't skimp on it. The writing in this B story is great. So, the only other guy that had some info on him was Jack Morelli, the letterer. He's the young guy of the group. I think he's only like 23 or 24. As he's working on this issue. He's a superstar letterer. He's still working today. He won an award for his lettering on Afterlife with Archie not too long ago. And I think he's currently working with Eric Larson on Savage Dragon.
That's still going?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I try not to disparage Savage Dragon because I
don't
know
dislike it. It's just I
don't dislike it. I just can't believe it's almost at like 300 issues.
Yeah.
No, and that's, I don't know. I mean, Eric Larson is a cool guy. I think he's one of the few guys that started Image that I actually kind of like and respect.
No, I follow him on Twitter. He's actually a pretty cool guy as far as I can tell.
He's a really cool guy. And yeah, I mean, I really should give Savage Dragon another chance because he is really cool. His online presence is cool and he seems like a very cool guy. But yeah, so as far as this opening page, we open with a full page spread of Moon Knight riding his glider down from like the fancy version of his moon copter. I kind of miss the old helicopter though. Is that weird?
No, I kind of thought the old one was cool.
I know.
mean, I was going to point this out. Actually, this looks a little more Battlestar Galactica looking.
It definitely, definitely, Pete. Totally, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
So we have some pretty cool opening narration. I'm gonna read some of it. So it says, "What was it Shakespeare wrote? All the world's a stage, yeah, and one man in his time plays many parts. Old Willie was on the money there." In my time, I've been a boxer, a mercenary, a millionaire. I've driven cabs. I've dealt in fine art. Who would have thought I'd have ended up playing hero? I used a lot of names in my life. The one I answer to most is the one my father gave me, Mark Spector. Except when I'm duded up in my skin tights and cape, then I call myself Moon Knight. So yeah, I like the opening narration. It's pretty goofy.
This isn't how Doug Minch wrote Moon Knight, like between when he first appeared in Werewolf by Night and like now, right? I mean,
yes.
So for me, when I read this page, I heard it in Tom Selleck's voice. It was very much like a Magnum PI opening.
He would have been the best Mark Spector.
Yeah.
Era appropriate, like in 1980.
Yes, in the 80s,
exactly.
yes. Holy shit.
Pete, way to go,
Pete
man.
just won something.
Yeah, you
got
you
no
won the
prize
episode.
coming.
Yep, no prize from us, my friend. But yeah, I think this is a really cool page. It's a really cool, I love how Moon Knight is depicted. I love the glider. I love I'm a sucker for the shit when the main character is just shooting right out at you as the reader. Like I'm always a sucker for that. I think it works every time.
Yeah, Colt 45.
Yep.
When did, so I know that Moon Knight had his own run of like 37 issues, something like that, 38. In the early 80s with Sienkiewicz doing the art and Doug Minch writing. And then there was the Fist of Khonshu miniseries. I think that's where they kind of changed the character a bit. Is that when he got these golden bands and like this battle axe and stuff in the Lasso of Truth?
I think so. Either that or when he was in the West Coast Avengers. But I'm sure Ray is yelling at us right now while listening to this and chastising us for not knowing. And he's right. He'd be right to do that.
Yeah. So did you, I forgot to look this up. When it says, note, this story takes place before the event shown in West Coast Avengers 29. Do we know what the significance of that is? Is it just an editorial?
No, it's just an editorial thing.
But narratively in West Coast Avengers, he just joined that team, right? Like an issue or two ago. Because he's talking about it being a very new development in his life, right?
Definitely.
Okay. So yeah, Moon Knight's a guy I never get tired of looking at.
Me too.
He's always interesting to look at. He can be completely abstract and like expressionistic, like Bill Sienkiewicz would do it. It can be like a muscle man, superhero. Like they're always interesting to me.
Yeah, I agree.
So
that's why I bought that one back in 1981.
That one, yeah.
Literally just, it looked cool enough.
Yeah. And that one had Sienkiewicz art, didn't it, Jacob?
Yeah, definitely.
That original run, yeah.
Yeah, Sienkiewicz went from issue 1 till the last Jack Russell appearance.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how you, Pete, got a comic drawn by Bill Sienkiewicz where Moon Knight gets dosed acid and you were like, I thought I knew you better.
I had different priorities then.
But to be fair, also, early Moon Knight Bill Sienkiewicz is not exactly...
True. It was not that wild.
It's not as wild as it would become. I feel like around that time, he's transitioning from more of a Neil Adams style into the, out there,
fair.
Completely unique.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't take that into account. I apologize. Should I do that now or...
Yeah, I should do it now. I do think that one I had was written for someone older than me.
Probably.
Like I think I was younger than
it wasn't like an older imprint, but I feel like they were shooting a little higher for the readership at that point.
I think so, because Moon Knight, the stories originally that were done by Mensch Sienkiewicz were in backups in the Incredible Hulk magazine, which was for older readers.
Yeah. No censors or anything.
No.
So this one, like you mentioned, is called Tower of Shadows. And on the last episode, that Captain America 330, isn't that when Shroud said we're taking him to the Tower of Shadows? We're like,
that's right.
Is that a thing? You know, like, it is now.
Yeah.
So apparently it is now. We get to see it. I was totally stoked that comes up in literally the next issue.
I was too. I thought that was really great.
And he mentions in this monologue that on the splash page that he is looking for a guy named Cornelius Van Lunt, who I had to look up because I recognize the name, but I couldn't remember who it was. He is the founder and financer of the Zodiac Cartel, and he was the Taurus member. So he always wore a bull. He looked like the Minotaur, and I thought he was freaky when I was a little kid.
Yeah, and that Zodiac Cartel, I think, got to start in the 70s, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the next page, we have, I mean, man, this thing is a feast for the eyes, in my opinion. I absolutely love this art. So there's a lot of narration, but we see Moon Knight swooping in onto another one of those famous Malibu Gothic houses that you see so much along the Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah,
this is Santa Monica Mountains. Jacob, I looked this up. I did Google directions. This is 30 minutes from where you and Michael and I ate lunch.
Oh, that's awesome.
At Nobu. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is on the West Coast, obviously, because he's a West Coast Avenger now. And in his narration, he's saying, I had a contact out here, a guy named Jack Russell, and he's a werewolf. And I figured he's the best guy to get in contact with to figure out how to find this criminal guy. And he says, but aside from the fact that he got a little wild under a full moon, Russell was an A-OK guy. I felt like I could trust him. And so, yeah, the art here is gorgeous. Like the second, these long skinny panels on the top row. The second panel is just all silhouette of his glider. Like he's abandoned his glider and just free fell and is bouncing on the side of the castle. So cool. And then he's like, use that axe thing or something like that as like a repelling anchor or whatever. And he's climbing down the castle walls. And this middle horizontal panel, gorgeous. He's in the foreground looking over kind of his shoulder and he's looking up these steps and it looks like somebody from like EC Comics or something like that, like Graham Engels or something. Like it's so detailed, all the little hatch marks and all the stone and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. And it looks insane. It looks like a Hammer Dracula or Frankenstein like movie set. I mean, it does. It's insane.
It does look incredibly cool.
Yeah.
I always get hung up on this stuff. What happened to the glider?
Well, he's a millionaire. So
Okay.
I think it's like kind of like Bruce Wayne, where it's just like that's disposable to him.
Okay.
Either it's disposable or it has some kind of radio control
Homing.
thing. It goes back to the fancy chopper and reattaches itself.
Okay, that's a better answer. I'm going to go with
Yes.
Jacob's answer because I hate it when the hero loses the gear. Drives me crazy.
Yeah, no, he didn't lose that gear, Pete. He's going to
Okay.
reuse it.
Thank you.
Okay, so this again, just to recap. So Jack Russell told him go to this Gothic castle out on the coast, and that's where you'll find him. And Moon Knight's having some misgivings. He's like, I don't know if I should have trusted Jack, especially so close to a full moon. He might not be, 100% trustworthy. I can't say enough good stuff about this art. I mean, I read it like 3 times and I abandoned the words the second time and just looked at the pictures.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, we're going to be saying this all episode, but yeah, there was something, and I think, Bob Hall isn't as old as Stan Drake, so we have a combo of an older artist and a younger artist. But yeah, I feel like a younger artist is on pencils, and what Stan Drake is adding is that classic golden age thing. So we really are seeing stuff that could have been in EC Comics, could have been something. Yeah, it could have been like Haunt of Fear or something fucking badass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was so impressed when I saw the art for this issue. Yeah, Pete, not all the art that we have dealt with this season has been this good.
So strong, yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of batting clean up here this season, so it's just guest appearances. So
Got it.
yeah, it gives you a clue. The quality's all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. So on the next page, Mark is still thinking about Jack as he kind of descends this stone staircase, but he nearly gets skewered by some spikes that come shooting through the wall. Pretty classic. And he falls off the stairs and tries to land on a gargoyle, which I also liked that was booby trapped too. I didn't expect that.
Insult to injury.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I actually was kind of shocked by that. I was like, oh, fuck, the gargoyle's booby trapped too.
I didn't realize that was a spring-loaded gargoyle. I thought it just broke in a weird, nonsensical way. Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I love it that there's that we're being thrown into the Tower of Shadows and realizing that there's going to be fucking booby traps everywhere, and I thought it was so cool. And I mean, again, I'm just really digging Bob and Stan's take on Moon Knight. Like, they really get the costume, they get the contours and the folds of the costume so well. Like that panel, I think it's the 5th panel where Moon Knight is landing on the gargoyle and just his cape flowing, just the way it is. I don't know. I just fucking love it.
I feel like we have a duty to mention something.
Okay.
The first panel on this page is a very popular meme where people put word balloons in about all kinds of shit. It's called the Moon Knight Dracula meme. Have you seen any of these?
No.
So, like, one of the word balloons coming out where the narration box is, as a word balloon says, "I know you're here, Dracula, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?" Just a bunch of shit, people just memeing it. So it just goes on forever. But I was like, the first time I saw this, I was like, I know this from somewhere. I was like, oh, it's that meme.
Oh, that's awesome. Out of all of the Moon Knight panels, I love that this one is a meme.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, my God.
So, as I would have been 11 when this came out, and I would have thought this was awesome. Spikes coming out of a wall and, falling down old castle shaft and blah, blah. And on the next page, he's falling down and there's a trap door that opens up below. I mean, it's just like an embarrassment of riches of little kid hard-on stuff. Like, and then he falls down and springs up again. And he there's theatrical spider webs. So now he knows something's up. These are not real. So he knows this is not whatever it appears to be, which is what it appears to be is absurd. So that's good. And then he's like, what are they going to throw my way next? And there's 3 suits of empty armor on display. And then they all turn their heads and lift up their little guards, and he goes, and all these darts come flying out at him. And I love that he uses his golden wristbands to deflect them.
Damn right.
And I also love that he says in the narration, I caught a glimpse of liquid on the tips of the darts as they flashed by. Holy shit. Like, the Flash can do that.
Yeah.
He's got good eyesight.
Good eyesight.
No, that's awesome.
Could have been anesthetic, drug, or hallucinogen or something more lethal, but whatever it was, I wanted no part of it. And he picks up an old chair and chucks it at the suits of armor and breaks them all up. Again, just some more great art, great action sequences in here. The dynamics, whenever something physical is happening, are always great.
I mean, the suits of armor, especially, like, there were a lot of times as I was reading this story that Matt, you and I have read a lot of comics, and a lot of these things that Moon Knight deals with in the Tower of Shadows. Yeah, it's shit you could call tropes. It's stuff that has been done before, but just the way that they did it, I was genuinely like kind of excited reading this. Like, I don't know. I just think the combination of Stern and Hall and Drake, there's something special about that trio.
Yeah, I definitely felt that childlike kind of joy. That's when I said, like, 12-year-old kid would love this, because I felt like that same kind of like, oh, cool. That's rad.
Yeah. Yeah, so on the next page, Mark is running into more booby traps when and the floor opens up beneath him and is filled with fire. So, yeah, I mean, the Tower of Shadows, it's nothing to fuck with.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I would have bought this playset.
It's not your grandmother's tower. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not your grandma's Tower of Shadows.
Yeah, nope, not at all.
Now you're reading her 90s screaming guitar lead.
It's personal. Yeah.
So Mark thinks in the narration, he's like, if there had been any infrared beams or tripwires, I would have spotted them. But nope, there weren't even any telltale signs of any of hidden cameras. He said, which meant that the resident mastermind was watching from somewhere close by. So he's kind of figured this out.
Yeah.
And so he realizes he's being fucked with. He's kind of being tested, maybe. And so he gets super fed up and he yells like, that does it. I've had enough. Show yourself. He's like, face me like a man. which I thought was pretty great. And then I love that the narration was like, sure, it was a stupid macho challenge, which it was.
Mm-hmm.
I just hoped my opponent was stupid and macho enough to fall for it. So yeah, I love Stern's writing in this.
Layout's really cool too. Like I love the long thin panels with the
I'm a huge fan of that. And I love that one where he's like somehow like kicking himself up through upper body strength, I guess,
yes.
like out of that fire pit
like
trap door.
Yeah.
That's so badass. And how is that not memed?
Exactly.
I immediately start writing fart jokes.
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s. So
I know. Something on Hot Pockets, definitely.
Yeah, I like that he refers to this as a chiller theater obstacle course. So he's very aware this is so phony.
Yeah, Moon Knight's no dummy. He's figured this out right away, and he's kind of playing into it at this point. But yeah, by the end of this page, he's fed up.
This next page, man, this first panel is totally like Sienkiewicz stuff to me.
Really
I love
is.
the way they make like the shroud like coming out, like it almost looks like a phoenix, like his cape and stuff coming out of blackness with like these broad like watercolor like very violent strokes, and he's just nested in it like this venomous like dangerous powerful thing just sitting in the dark. Super cool stuff. So yeah, he just kind of says he melted out of the shadows, and there's like scritchy kind of weird lines around his word balloon, so you know that he's affecting some kind of weird like shadow voice or whatever, you know. And it says, "You have entered my tower of shadows unbidden, and so you must face my judgment, the judgment of Shroud." And he chucks his golden axe at him. He's like, "Face this!" And where the shroud was moments ago is just kind of a shade, and the axe sinks into the wall, and he's behind him now. He's like, "You only think you know the dark, Moon Knight, but I am its master." And then Moon Knight whips out these new crescent darts that I'm not familiar with, but it's been a while since I read his 80s stuff. But like they're like they have scarabs in them, and then like eagle wings.
Yeah, they're really cool.
They're really cool.
They are really cool.
So he's whipping those at where Shroud is now, but he's already gone by the time they reach him. And then this last panel just has him getting cold cocked from behind by the Shroud. Just punch him in the back of the neck, and it says, "Whack! You are wasting your time and mine. You cannot beat the Shroud."
What a cool fucking last panel, man. That panel is so cool.
The first one and the last one are definitely my favorites.
Yeah, it's interesting, that first panel, like that style of the illustration seems different than everything that's come before it.
Yes, and I don't know why they chose to do that, but I love that they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Shroud's entrance, I think it fits. And you're right, Matt. There is a little Sienkiewicz going on there. Maybe not as finely tuned as Bill normally does, but definitely in the spirit of things.
So, Pete, you probably don't remember the characters in the 80s Cloak and Dagger, the boy and girl team, where she shot darts of light, and he had this cape, and like if you went inside his cape, like it was just like this shadow zone, like this like
I remember that. Yeah,
Shroud's kind of like got that power set. Like he can manifest. He's like between the shadow and Cloak from Cloak and Dagger. Yeah.
Okay.
See, on the next page we see Marcus kind of getting his ass handed to him here. Like Shroud is like, "Nor can you escape my wrath," and just kicks him into a wall. So Mark is saying in the narration that he's glad that the moon is full, so he's at his peak power, which, sometimes that comes and goes, whoever is writing the story, but that I think that and in his West Coast Avengers run, that is a big part of his power set, is that in the full moon, he is at his strongest. So he also gets kind of confused though, because he throws a self-igniting magnesium flare, which he stoked. He says, I figured the glare would show me where the Shroud was and blind him enough to make him an easy caller. And he's like, well, I was only half right. The light was enough to make me blink, and I'd been expecting it, but it didn't seem to phase the Shroud at all. What's more, the flare faded prematurely, because we know that the Shroud's darkness is like a physical thing that can envelop. It can envelop light. And so he's not doing so well. He says, almost as if the darkness was overwhelming it. I knew that if I was going to lay my hounds on the Shroud, it was now or never. So really, really cool panels here, especially those last two. I love how they're showing light, how they're showing the bright light from the magnesium flare on those two panels, especially on the panel below there. And yeah, you're right, Matt. I mean, these are panels and themes that we would have seen as kids reading Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, I love in that second panel that the Shroud is just right there next to a doorway and he's in the shadow and all you can see is his lower half of his face because his entire costume melts into the dark and he's just punching him out of the dark, cold cocking Moon Knight again. Like you're right. He's getting his ass handed to him here.
Yeah, he really is.
And I do love that final panel where it's like the same, like with like when there's like a strobe light, right? Like, and like you get those flashes and it's like that last one is just kind of like that one camera flash of them just kind of frozen in time.
Right.
So cool. So the next page, he finally catches up to Shroud and grabs him from the cape. He's like, don't go slipping back into the shadows just yet, Shroud. And then he's like, you and I have things to discuss. And he leaps backwards, holding onto his cape, and body slams him into the ground really fucking hard. His first big move here against Shroud. And whenever there's a body slam, Pete, the host here, we have a drink.
We drink.
Pete's joining us.
Nice. What are you drinking there, Pete?
Incline cider, cherry.
Nice.
Is it sour?
Yeah, it's really good.
How about you, Matt?
I am having, Jacob, this is the last of that Westward whiskey, that rum cask aged Westward whiskey.
Wow, I think that was almost full last time I was at your place.
I drink it during the show. That's the only time I ever have it. I can't believe I went through it so fast.
Oh, that stuff is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm having a Ramita alteration.
Nice.
From friend of the show, made by friend of the show, Ben.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then he gets Shroud in a chokehold from behind and he's choking him out and he's like, you knew my name, even though it's not exactly a household word in these parts, because he just went out to the West Coast. And he's like, did Russell set me up? Did he? That's my Christian Bale. Like,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And Shroud's not, Shroud's kind of shaking, like he's fighting back, but he's trying to keep his cool. He's like, you're a persistent man, Moon Knight.
Through the chokehold. It can't
be
that choked.
Yeah, so we see on the next page, so the Shroud gets free, and he says it takes more than persistence to win the day. Mark thinks in the narration, he's just like, I've never seen anyone slip out of a chokehold like that. He was out and in control of the situation before I could stop him. The Shroud had moves I hadn't seen anywhere this side of the Orient, and he knew how to use them. And yeah, the Shroud again is just kind of kicking Moon Knight's ass. He's saying, I will teach you to respect the hand of darkness. And Moon Knight gets a quip in. He's like, sorry, I'm a slow learner. And
Nice.
Shroud grabs like some kind of candelabra and just cracks Moon Knight. Yeah, it's a pretty brutal fight, actually. I really noticed that a lot of these blows really look like they hurt. Like this is a fairly brutal fight.
Yeah, they didn't talk up to it.
No.
It was just, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, yeah, there's no warnings.
Not a lot of Chen music.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I actually do love the voiceover, like, in the yellow boxes.
Yeah, no, the narration's really good on this. And it says at the bottom, it says, but I'd rattled him and we both knew it. He struck back with the first thing he could lay his hands on, which was that candelabra. And I really, really like, I don't know, Moonlight looks a little interesting at that very bottom panel. I liked that, but it was still, it was an interesting choice. I don't know. He almost seems like he's balancing on one foot.
Yeah.
That's a yoga pose.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was a little off to me art-wise in this issue.
So that's a full charge and then he's getting cocked in the face by a candlestick.
Yeah.
That's the position you have? Okay. Yeah, his physiology is a little wonky there.
Yeah.
I do love that third, panel with the red background when Shroud's punching him and there's no dark blue and it's just gray and black and it's white of his teeth.
Yeah.
Gritting his teeth. That's rad.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Also, it's a good line to steal just in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hand of darkness.
Yeah.
I'll teach you to respect the hand of darkness.
Like I could use that at work.
Yeah. Watch your promotions just start piling in.
Yeah, that's right. Boy, we got interns.
I don't know what it is about Pete right now, but God, he's just so virile and sexy.
Give that man a raise.
I do like this Barishnikov kind of kick he does and then the panel following that. It was like, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6.
Yeah.
So on the next page, he's reeling back from that hit, and he's like, "A candle? You hit me with a candle?" As he's like wiping the blood or whatever perspiration on his face. And then he said, "That's when I really lost my temper." He said, "I'm tired of this nonsense, Shroud. It's over." And he runs and jumps and basically does like a leapfrog over him, face forward facing. And then he gets behind him and uses his own cape to like wrap up like his head, like you're tying a knot, but his head is inside of his cape.
It's like using your gi. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally like that.
Exactly what that is.
And he says, "Don't try slipping out of this unless you want me to cut off your wind completely." And so he's just like choking the Shroud out. And it says, "I was sure I had the upper hand this time." But then the room turned black as pitch. And you can see this blackness emanating out from the Shroud as he continues to try and choke him out. And he says, "Even in my stranglehold, the Shroud still controlled the darkness. I had to break his control somehow." And then we realize brute strength always wins out. So he just chucks him into a pillar and wonk, his head hits it. And then the darkness fades away. And this final panel is awesome, where we see the night shift all standing there in silhouette. And he says, "I found myself facing the weirdest bunch I've ever seen." And Shroud's kind of pulling himself up into a sitting position. He's like, "Moon Knight, meet the night shift." Trying to remain conscious.
I was going to introduce you before, but you're being such a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's just jump to the next page, because this is our we get one panel that showcases Jack and the rest of the night shift. The narration reads, "Night shift was a good name for this crew. They looked like they'd stepped out of somebody's nightmare. And Russell, my buddy, the werewolf, was at the head of the pack. I began to regret coming here on my own." So this was a little disappointing for me, because I wasn't super into Hall and Drake's depiction of Jack. It's we haven't got anything like this before, honestly. I think this is a unique version of Jack. I like that we get some fur. I think the fur saves it from me actually hating this depiction. How would you describe this, Matt? I had a really hard time. It's almost like devil. It's more devil than werewolf.
I mean, his ears are probably literally 3 feet long.
Yeah, it's the bat ear thing that's kind of funny.
So, I mean, he has that kind of like demon kind of almost like jackal face. Mm-hmm. And he's hunched over, like you said, he has a big mane of fur on his back and those really long ears. So Pete, his powers kind of changed throughout some of the stuff. So like he got control over, when it's not the full moon, he can control the change and have his intellect and all this stuff. And the last few times we've seen him, there's been allusions to like him regressing. So we're trying to figure out, like, were they actually intentionally making him look more like demonic and feral and savage and primitive, or like, does no one know what the fuck to do with him and they're just drawing him weirder and weirder every time he shows up? This is the weirdest he's looked in the 80s.
You can't tell if it's intentional or if it's
we can't tell.
Right, yeah, okay.
Well, it's the 80s. This is a backup story in a low-selling book, so I'm not sure exactly how much editorial oversight was going on at this point. I mean, Jack looks really unique. It's a very weird look. I don't hate it. I was just a little disappointed.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's what I wouldn't have expected to see it like that, for sure.
No, not at all.
It's just on the way to the 90s extreme, like, right? It's just everything is extreme in the 90s, and that's coming off of the 80s. So like, it's just everything's ramping up. Like we said this in recent episodes, Pete, like, you know, Wolverine and Sabretooth and all these X-Men characters are all kind of getting really fucking white hot popular. And so I feel like they were just trying to make everybody feral and like just Wolverine-ish. Like, how do we get more Wolverine money?
I think that's a really, really astute observation, because he definitely is looking more like Wolverine and Sabretooth. But on the bottom half of this page, we kind of realize what has happened. So the Shroud says, "The Moon Knight has accounted for himself very well, my friends. There's no need for any further testing on our part. You may go." And so Moon Knight is really shocked, because Jack, in his werewolf form, just takes the order and is walking away. Moon Knight says, "I don't believe it. There's a full moon. Russell should be wilder than a bag of bobcats."
I'm going to start using that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Shroud says, "He's under the control of the lady with the swirling sashes. Her dance can be quite entrancing." So Yeah, Moon Knight's like, you're saying Russell's your puppet? You used him to lure me here? And he's like, no. The werewolf joined my band of his free will. He's grateful that we can help him keep his curse in check. So that kind of made me understand why Jack is willingly with the night shift, because I guess Danson Macabre is helping keep him in check when he, on those 3 nights of the month where he is out of control. He knows that he's not going to murder people because the night shift is keeping him safe and in control. So that made a lot more sense as to his motivation of staying with the night shift for me. So I liked that.
Yeah, I did too. Like, he doesn't have to lock himself up in a cage 3 nights of the month now. So I get it. Because we were wondering, like, how did he even get hooked up with these guys, blah, 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 you know? And is he aware that he's actually fighting crime, or we didn't know what was going on. So, because oddly enough, this season, we haven't heard much from Jack as a character at all. He's been a cameo or a guest star or whatever. So we don't get much of his perspective on anything so far this season.
Not really at all. But Shroud continues. He says, as a matter of fact, it was on his suggestion that I decided to hold this initiation rite. He was right. You'd make an excellent addition to the night shift. So this was Jack's idea. He was just like, I know this guy named Mark Spector. He's Moon Knight. He's a badass. He would totally fit on the night shift. Let's lure him to the... Yeah, he would. He absolutely would. Let's lure him to the Tower of Shadows. You can put him through his paces, see what his power set is, and then we can ask him to join. So that was their plan. Moon Knight says, the obstacle course, our battle, it was all a test.
I love this, man. Do they all get to hang out in there? Like, is that their base of operations?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you just be going up those spooky stairs and like have somebody come the other way with a bucket of popcorn being like, hey, Seinfeld's on. We're going to watch Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I call the good chair.
The 3rd time the spikes come out, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I get the remote.
Oh, totally. What a cool place. What a cool clubhouse to have. Fuck.
Yeah. Moon Knight on this final page here is just his arms are folded and he's like, that's the craziest story I'd ever heard. But the Shroud laid it out for me. And he says his sepulchral tones faded as so like his like kind of like, you know, whatever his weird effect is he's doing, it just stops. He's just talking as a man now. He's like, you're serious about this. You really want me to join? But I just joined the Avengers. And he's like, yeah, you know, Shroud's like, yeah, Hawkeye's West Coast squad, they offered me a job too, but I turned them down. I love that, dude. Just like, yeah. You can do that though. And he says, we're night people, you and I. Being an Avenger is a day job. You're out of your element there, which is true.
Very true.
It's weird seeing Moon Knight run around in LA sunshine, like down, you know, Sunset Boulevard with Tigra and Power Man or Wonder Man. I mean, like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it's
to be fair, this is like every tech startup overture you get. It's like, you know what? Yeah, no, they talk to me too, but you know, they're not really.
So Moon Knight's saying, you know, I can't back at him now. I just joined. He's like, all right, you know, I was kind of looking for someone to take my place as leader, says Shroud. He's like, no, thanks. Now, I did have a purpose in coming here, and Shroud already knew. He's like, I know Van Lunt. I've already put the word out through my people. If he's anywhere in the valley, I'll find him within 24 hours. Once I have a fix on him, you'll be the first to know. You have the word of the Shroud. He goes back.
That's a nice touch.
As Moon Knight's climbing out the window, getting onto his rope ladder, which he probably pushed a button in his gauntlet or something like that and made his helicopter or his mooncopter come to him. He's like, thanks. He's like, yeah, it's okay. You owe me one for tonight. Who said that? Is that Shroud saying you owe me one? Or is that Moon Knight saying you owe me one for beating the shit out of me?
That's what I thought.
I think it is Moon Knight, actually.
Okay, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure. I was like, my notes just say, which one owes who?
Who owes who?
Yeah.
So we get this last cool panel of Moon Knight hanging onto this really long rope ladder that's attached to the mooncopter as it's flying off over the Pacific Ocean. It says, as I activated my copter's autopilot to take me out of there, I made a mental note to check the Avengers files for everything they held on the Shroud. Why? Maybe I didn't buy his story 100%. Maybe I'm too old and cynical to believe anyone could be that big of a Boy Scout. And maybe I just didn't trust someone who's even more a creature of the night than I am. So yeah, there's another person that knows the Shroud's secret.
That's pretty cool. I got to say, the Shroud's like hood shroud, I suppose, is really cool looking.
I love him.
Yeah.
And he's terribly underused. Like, I think this season when he's doing this night shift thing, I think this is the majority of his appearances. he got put away for a long time. Like he came back in the 2000s. Somebody like Fred Van Lente or somebody like, well, oh, this is cool, and took him out and dusted him off and did something. But it's just this character that's so neat, and it has all this weird, unusual stuff built into it, and they just never really used him.
Yeah, he's totally underused, which is too bad. But I'm glad that we've been able to spend some time with him this season. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I like the character.
I think creating darkness is just a cool power.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pete, this is normally when we go through our final thoughts. We always ask our guest first. So yeah, final thoughts. What'd you think of this issue?
I mean, I liked it a lot. It's visually just really strong. Like you could flip through this and not read it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you would get the story and you would enjoy it. Like I feel like it's really strong that way. It seems obviously like more the point of this story. Like not a whole lot happens other than the two guys beat the shit out of each other in a cool setting, which is it's all it needs. You know what I'm saying? It's not
that's comics.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, you're right. It's all about the art. I mean, the story is Moon Knight was looking for a criminal. Jack Russell gave him a lead. The lead was a test to see if he could join the night shift, and he passed and declined. Yeah. But it was sure pretty to look at.
Very pretty to look at, and definitely stuff like just neat touches, like you said, like when he threw the flare in that next panel. There's not even any color, right? It's just yeah, it's really cool.
No, I fully agree. Like for a backup story with literally one panel of the werewolf, I actually enjoyed this little detour a lot. I read this. I mean, I know it's a backup story. It was only like 12 pages or something. But I read it multiple times and did the same thing. You know, I the second time or third time I read it, I didn't read any of the words. I just looked at the art. Yeah. And the art was so strong. And there's a lot of prose in this story too. Like in a lot of these pages, there's a ton of narration.
Yeah.
But I actually really liked that too. I just think that the combination of Bob and Stan's art paired with Stern's prose, it was pretty satisfying.
Well, it definitely had they're creatures of the night or whatever, of the dark, right? I mean, like you want that noirish kind of like VO kind of vibe. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Getting his kind of hard-bitten, hard-boiled take on things. And he's a former mercenary. He's killed people that he's ashamed to admit he's killed. Like when he was just a merc. Like he's got a dark history, and he's like, I thought it was cool. He's just so I guess I always go last, and I always have the least to say because mostly the people have covered it before I get there. Yeah. But I read this 3 times, once not looking at the words at all. The art's absolutely gorgeous. I want to seek out some more stuff from them. It was cool getting that background story on why Jack joined the night shift. That was news to us. I've kind of been enjoying just the way that I know it's because it's no one's steering the ship, and that when someone decides to tell a Werewolf by Night story, they have to kind of square things up with what's come before, and it's probably kind of slapdash. But in hindsight, it kind of it's like a snowball that builds all these little details to it, where it's like it's kind of cool. And I know it's kind of again slapdash, but like it's I like that it keeps building all this crap to it. So it's cool that, Danza Macabre uses her hypnotic powers to make him not a savage beast for 3 nights of the week. A month, excuse me. That's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I do want to know, last panel, what keeps the copter in the air?
Ooh.
Right? Back to the gear.
It's always about the gear with you. Jesus, Pete.
I didn't really realize that, but
I'm remembering now. We had a Wiggs Hauser episode of That's Cool, That's Trash where it was a A-Team ripoff called Command 5, and all you were concerned about was the weapons and the tanks and the cool little battle van they had that had like
I think it was neither cool or little, but they did have a battle van.
See, Pete, that's just the influence of G.I. Joe comics on you as a small child.
I think that's what it is.
Yep.
Warped. Also, my rabid patriotism and warmongering. I mean, that's where that comes from too. Yeah.
First words I think of when I think of you. Like, what's Pete's deal?
Warmonger.
He's a hawk, really. I say
He's
hawk.
He's a hawk. Yeah.
Yep.
Neocon.
Okay, so we actually have a letters page from Solo Avengers. Surprise, surprise, that had a letters column. Who'da thunk it? It's called
man.
Single File.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Not either.
Solo, single.
Oh.
Okay.
Eesh. Okay. So this first one is from Jess O'Brien in Arcata, California, and most of these letters talk about the Hawkeye story and then the backup. So we're just going to read the backup sections. So now enough with a mindless prattle. I'll bet Dr. Doom even said that once or twice. Let's look at the issue at hand, mainly Solo Avengers #3, starring Moon Knight. Sorry, I'm getting through the Hawkeye shit. Okay, now on to Moon Knight. I love him. The Shroud is cool too. The Night Shift should have a limited series, I think. Bob Hall is a very good penciler. Roger Stern's writing was up to snuff. Congrats to all concerned. I look forward to further confrontations. One thing I'm really glad about is that Moon Knight doesn't pun and quip during a fight. I hate that. That's the reason I don't collect Spider-Man, and one of the many reasons I do collect the question. Thanks for listening. Wow, so the question was out then?
Yeah,
yes, it was. Yeah, it started like 86.
87. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
The question's been out for a year or so.
That was a very gritty, dark book. So, okay.
No one quips during a fight like Spider-Man. Like
No.
that.
Well, no, that's his deal.
He's cornered the market on it.
Yeah.
The next section is from Bill Clymer from LaRue, Ohio. The Moon Knight story written by Roger Stern was the best story we've seen in the co-star slot yet. I have always sort of considered Moon Knight and the Shroud opposites, but then again, not opposites. They were both creatures of the night, yet MK wore a white costume for the moon, whereas the Shroud was plain black. I always wondered who would win in a fight between them, and thanks to Solo Avengers, I found out. Neither won. From what I saw of their fight, they were just too evenly matched to have a clear-cut winner on either side. I think they could have kept fighting till they hit their own limit without a victor. As for the Shroud offering Moon Knight the leadership and membership to the Night Shift, he has to be kidding. He should have known that since he was an Avenger, there was no way for him to join another group. Keep up the good issues. You're marvelous.
Okay. Those are decent letters.
Yeah.
So people liked it.
Yeah.
And lastly, we got Scott Timpton from Antioch, California. A lot of Californians here. The Moon Knight feature was well done, but a bit premature, I thought. There are many Avengers who've never had their own feature once, much less 2 books. I'm confused about one thing, though. Does Moon Knight have multiple copies of each weapon? Did Hawkeye make him new ones or what? I thought the Black Knight shattered most of them while in Death's Realm in the WCA
These
annual.
are my people.
I just wonder
exactly.
which way it happened. That's all.
And that was
Someone
from Pete,
else.
right?
Yeah,
That's
that was
from Pete.
Pete Matern. Yeah.
Pete Matern in
Matern.
Antioch, California. Yeah. So that guy was also concerned. I love that ended that way. I was like, I hope I get a good stick the landing moment here. And there it was. Your soul brother out
That's
there was
right.
concerned about the gear.
I'm not alone.
Oh man. So Pete, this is where we also ask people about what they're working on, what your projects are, what you can plug. You're here to plug something, right?
Oh, what can I plug?
When's your new film coming out? That's Michael Bay thing.
Oh, right. With the spiders. Right. Yeah, no, I don't do anything anymore.
Not gigging?
No. I mean, I have like 2 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that like for special events, like weddings and stuff like that, or what is that like for?
Well, here's what happened is, I realized when I didn't have a gig, like playing with someone else whose gig was, I figured out like how much time and effort I'm willing to put into, putting together a band, putting together a repertoire, rehearsing them, getting the gigs, doing all the organization, making phone calls. And the answer is zero effort.
All right, then.
So it's like, anything more than 0 is just not really going to happen right now.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely I do miss the days where it was like, you have a gig and all you do is show up. You show up, you don't rehearse, show up, you play, you get paid, you get a good meal, you go home. It's perfect. Like
That's jazz.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you were also an ex-hustler.
I was,
and it was super fun doing that little reunion for Renee's birthday party. That was a blast.
Dude, my girls still talk about it. So
really?
That means, oh yeah, no, they really do. We should do it again. Just doesn't have to be Renee's birthday every time too.
Oh.
I mean, we could. That's not a problem.
No, that was definitely fun. I had such a blast performing again for the first time in so long. And yeah, it
was interesting how different it was than a gig. How different it was than I'm used to.
Like the professionalism.
No. It's what's interesting is it's like when we were rehearsing that, like it was weird to me how fast those songs came back together. Like, turns out you do something for 10 years straight, you can take you can take another 10 years off or 18 years off or whatever and come back, and it's literally right there, which was interesting. But playing them actually on the gig, it was hard for me because the forms are a lot more complex than a jazz tune, where it's like it's going to just repeat these 32 bars, right, forever. Like the form is not complex. There's a lot happening, but formally nothing's happening, really. You know what I mean? Whereas
I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, your average, normal song has a lot more sections, right, and a lot less regularity to the repetition, especially if you're trying to make it interesting. So I remember
a Matt Howell joint has a lot more going on.
So definitely was like, wait, where the fuck am I? Oh, right here.
Yeah. 7/16 time.
Yeah.
Just for 3 bars.
Great. Why not?
We never got that fancy.
It's basically Weather Report.
It's basically Weather Report. Mostly wardrobe
Meets
wise.
Mountain Goats.
It's basically Weather Report. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. That would actually be interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that
John
band.
Darnell, Wayne Shorter together.
Yeah.
It could happen.
It's probably in the cards. I mean,
probably in the cards.
Have you heard his last 5 albums? He's
basically
he's studio geek now.
He's turning into Steely Dan.
Is he really?
Oh, he absolutely
And he's
is.
learned how to play guitar enough to where it's kind of irritating to me. Like he'll do some he'll play some chords where it's like, you did not know that fucking chord 15 years ago, you fucker.
No way.
You're just throwing this in here now.
I'm not sure.
It's a Pete Matern chord.
Yeah, no, it's there's stuff that I like about newer Mountain Goat stuff, but I'm also kind of the dick, like, I liked it when you didn't play with a pick.
Mm-hmm. That's weird. That was the thing, was the beauty coming through the weird half-built song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything was half tuned down, like everything's out of tune constantly, so you have to actually tune down to make it sound like the recording on the Panasonic.
And then it's recorded on a boombox, which is the speed is
also
super
its own
wonky.
speed is not as variable.
Mountain Goats really fucked with me though when it came out, because like that's when I was in music school, and so I was like, well, why is this so good? Like it doesn't do any of the things you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Not
one thing.
You and Amy were the ones that turned me on to him, and you played really "Beautiful Rat Sunset" for me in the bottle shed at Oasis Fine Foods, and we were, I was like, "This is fucking amazing! I can't tell if this guy's an idiot or a genius." And it turns out he's both. Mostly a genius.
Mostly a genius.
And I remember thinking, like, I got obsessed with it, and I listened to that EP. I bought it, and I listened to it. I was like, I think this guy's thing is he makes himself write a song every day, and then at the end of a month, he picks like the best 10 and releases them on a cassette.
And records it's one take too. Yeah, just one take.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
So and I've always been in awe of that guy. He's an absolute genius.
It really turned me around for sure.
Cool. So you're touring with the Mountain Goats.
That's right. Oh yeah, back to the top. I'm not doing anything.
No, that's cool.
I'm doing my job, raising my kids.
And on an exciting note, I'm going to your house this weekend, and we're going to watch The Beast and the Magic Sword.
What?
Oh, I thought we were going to watch I Walked with a Zombie.
Well, we can watch that. We can watch both.
We can watch them both.
Pete, you got to watch The Beast and the Magic Sword.
62 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Beast and the Magic Sword is one of the best werewolf movies of all time.
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm breaking the cellophane on my Blu-ray here.
Okay, perfect. We do have every Halloween, like we have to watch I Walk with a Zombie.
I fucking love that movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, have I talked to you guys about that podcast?
No.
Oh my God. We'll talk about Saturday.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you, Pete, for being on here and taking a dive into gear porn, I guess.
Yeah. I really learned about things about myself I don't know if I wanted to know.
Yeah. Well, it's out there now, Pete. We released this to the world.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm known more than I should be.
Well,
that's cool. I'll take it. This was a blast. Thank you.
What if I told you there is no heaven and this is the last thing that's going to be, left of you on this earth?
It's as good as anything, really. Yeah, that's all right.
Honestly,
We did some Wingshauser. We did this. I think we're good.
Yep.
Call it a day.
And we did that weird movie.
Need more
Ryan
details.
O'Neal.
Oh God, that was a Wings Hauser one too.
It was a Wings Hauser one too, but not enough. I mean,
Tough Guys Don't Dance.
Tough Guys Don't
That
Dance.
movie fucking
That's
rules.
right.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
I
God.
bought that on Blu-ray too.
Oh my God.
Everyone needs to see that. Oh
Mr.
God, oh
Dream.
man. Oh God, oh man.
For
oh
Ryan
man, oh
O'Neal.
God, oh man. Well, Wings Hauser is amazing in that film.
He is. He's the best part of that movie.
He's the best part of, yeah.
Yeah, he's usually the best part of everything he's in.
Exactly.
Okay, his birthday's coming up in December, so I'm going to hold off until December. We'll do something special for Wings
All right.
in December. Okay, so folks, if you are a Patreon supporter of the show, you can join us on the bonus show this week. We make a special episode every single week for our supporters of the highest tiers. So this week we're going to be talking about The Howling 3, The Marsupials, and The Urge to Scourge, Amazing Spider-Man 187, I think? 184. 187.
180?
287.
Yeah,
284.
287. Yes.
God, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know. What else, Jacob?
I think that's it, really. I mean, we'll we like to, on the bonus show, we like to shoot the shit a little bit. But yeah, we're just going to be talking about the majestic Howling 3, The Marsupials, that we watched with a lot of people on Discord. So I had a great time doing that, and I'm excited to talk about the film.
So this is a part of the show where we like to give our shout outs to our members on Patreon who support us at the highest 2 levels. We have our Star Gods who support us at the $10 level. That's folks like Michael Giacchino,
Josh Link,
Jackson T. Overstreet,
Ryan from Across the Bifrost,
Mark Nivens,
Eric Hadley.
We also have our beloved pack members, folks like Tim Tucker,
Brian from Marvel by the Month,
Blake, last name withheld,
Jeff Fitzpatrick,
Caleb,
Ben M.,
Michelle from Moonlit Comics,
Rob Haferman,
Russ from Tomes of Evil,
Brad Elmore,
Johnny Turner,
Tony Iupi,
Jared Svedas,
Brink,
Bill from Long Island,
and David D.
Thank you so much for supporting the show. You guys make it great. Pete, again, thank you so much. It was great to talk to you, and thanks for going through this crazy comic book with us.
It was a blast. Thank you so much for having me. Really dug it.
Give our love to Amy.
I will.
For sure.
And Jacob, look forward to having you back in town when it happens.
Definitely, my friend.
All
All right. Take care.
Good night.
All right, Jacob. Well, see you on the bonus show.
We'll see you there.
Till we meet again, neath the full moons, furry ones, here's howling at you.